So, they say that when you're ready, that the teacher appears. So when the pupil's ready, the teacher appears. That's ancient wisdom. That's the saying that everybody knows, most people. So that's how the yoga came into my life. I started watching a mystic called Sadhguru, and it's his words that stuck out for me, the things that he said, and they were so profound. The thing is, the words called me. It's like they called me. So of course I started to look at what he was doing and at the Isha Foundation in India, and I saw it, and I saw everything he stood for, and I thought, this man is a bridge between the divine and this world, because prior to that there's been it's very difficult for us to until the internet and all the podcasts and everything, to understand what a practicing Hindu or a Buddhist would be doing and why we'd be doing it, because it wasn't explained properly. But he explains everything, and I became very devoted to him, so much so that when he came to London I went to see him, and it was mad because it was Miracle of Mind, I think. It wasn't Miracle of Mind, it was an audience with massive. There were 12,000 of us at the Excel Centre, and he was walking along the stage and reaching out to some people, and the first time he did it I got trodden on because I had a sari on, and someone trod on it and it pulled me to the ground. I ended up on the floor. So I thought, I'll give up with this. I thought, next time he comes past I'm going to make myself taller, and I stood up on this I stood up on something, I don't know what it was, might be someone's bag. Anyway, I stood on it and I waved it, I put my arms in the air in prayer position, and then he came down the stage and he looked up and he jumped sort of forward into the crowd and made a point of taking my hand, which for me was a life-changing moment. And for days after, I was like glowing with this light. I can't describe it. It was like someone had switched me on, like I was a light and I'd been switched on, and that's exactly what he'd done. I mean, I was always well into my spiritual practice by then, like 4 or 5 years, and that was last year or the year before. So he literally blew my mind, and so that's really how I became connected to the divine. And then through yoga, which obviously I did a teacher training course, and I became a yoga teacher. And the more you do the yoga every day, when you do yoga, the more you do it, the more that you connect to divine. So all those asanas are to connect you to source. And then what happens, as a lot of people know, and you start to receive knowledge, and that's really enlightenment once you get to that level, and you can see things through devotion. And when I say devotion, I don't mean bowing down on your knees to somebody. I mean devoting yourself and everything you do to the Creator and the energy that made us, which in Hinduism is Shiva. And it's mind-blowing. If you read the Bhagavad Gita or look at the Bhagavad Gita, it explains it all. And that's the battlefield of life. And there's an example of everything that we encounter now. So that's quite amazing. Anyway, that's how I ended up where I am, and which is very happy, very loving, very caring, human. I want humanity to change the way they do things. And the way that you can do that is through practicing yoga, because